Hi, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Impact of AI Explored, where we look at the impact of AI and what it has in our daily lives. This is a special episode. We are approaching New Year, so James and I are having some R&R time. But we did a presentation recently at EUC-Forum about 2025 and 2026 and how we got some things right and wrong, what we predicted in 2025, and how things are going to look in 2026, and also with some insights we have from our podcast. And we wanted to give you the possibility to look at the podcast or at the presentation because our friends at EUC-Forum recorded it and also put it on their YouTube site. So we asked if we could borrow it. That was possible. So thanks a lot, guys, at EUC-Forum for giving us the recording. Enjoy the recording. Have an awesome 2026. And we hope to see you all on the next episode. Well, let's start then. Welcome, everybody. Thanks all for being here on our session, AI 2025 Predictions versus Reality. So first things first, what we're going to discuss today, we're going to introduce ourselves a little bit, then we're going to talk about the reason why we are here, and then we're going to talk about predictions, because we did a session here last year in November, and we said 2025 is going to be the year of this, this, and this. And now, we're going to see if we were right. That's a fun one. James and I also do a podcast. Beside our daily job, we have a hobby, and this hobby is a podcast, and we have done it now for 2 years, so we wanted to take you on the trip of the 10 most important things that we learned from our podcast. So that's called a bit of AI wisdom, and then we're going to do, of course, because we are, what do you call that? In Dutch we would say, eager to make the same mistake again, we're going to do...
Gluttons for punishment.
Yeah, exactly, 2026 predictions.
Yeah.
And then we're going to look at, okay, and what is in it for us for the coming year, us as a UC specialist. So James.
Yeah, thank you, Gerjan. My name is James O'Regan. I'm a product marketing manager at Liquidware and a community lead as well. I've been in the EUC world for about 20 years. As Gerjan said, we started Impact of AI Explored, which is our podcast, in February 2024.
Yeah.
Correct. So, over to you.
Yeah, well, Gerjan Kunst. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm CTO at Rawworks IT company. I'm an MVP on Microsoft Copilot Studio, so I know a little bit about AI, at least Microsoft things I know. And I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, and we do a podcast, and I also speak in public once in a while, like this. So, why are we here? So last year we said AI was going to change the world, and it would change everything, and now we're going to see if AI is a car or a horse or Knight Rider or some, perhaps a donkey or something in between. So, and of course, we need your views and comments. This is our podcast. We host it bi-weekly, talking about all things AI related, and we think it's the best podcast around.
We're not biased.
No, totally not biased. No. And starting with that, so we did some predictions in 2025, and we want to talk to you about these predictions. These predictions were
In 2024, we did these predictions.
Yeah, sorry about that.
For 2025.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
We said content, AI assisted content creation is going to be a big thing.
Yes, that's true.
We said multimodal, so AI can not only search in text, but also can search in YouTube videos and pictures and whatever to give a wider range of results would be a thing.
Yes, and it
We
is.
said, don't spoil
Oh.
everything. Now, we said embedded and physical AI, so assisted labor with AI was going to be a thing.
Is that a knife?
It's
it's a spatula.
It's a spatula.
Okay, I was looking from this angle. It's like, that's a knife.
Yeah, well, if you look like this, it's
Yeah.
So, another thing, AI and cybersecurity, because of all the logging and all the things you have to check in the cybersecurity world. We talked about reasoning AI being a thing, where AI is going to think about the answers and not give them directly. The AI democratization, so where AI is part of our workforce and is going to do stuff for us. We have a very nice slide about that for the democratization part in a bit. The human AI co-op, so working together with AI in our daily job. So the human in the loop, as they have been called.
Correct.
So I think we nailed that one.
Yep.
The rise of the AI agents, and everybody's talking about AI agents, so we also got that one. And a bit about computer and vision research. So that's what we said that would happen. actually happened, based on the things that we said, we did a little bit of research, and of course AI helped us, and then you can help get a little bit of the outcome that you want. But in the end, AI in content creations.
Definite tick.
Yeah. Multimodal, if you look at, I use Perplexity a lot, and if you use Perplexity to search, it will also search YouTube videos for the transcript and then get information on that.
Well, you did a whole transcript of our entire podcast.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Embedded physical AI, we said, well, as the AI assisted workforce, no, but being used as NPUs in your new Copilot Plus PCs, you can see AI being used on the edge in your laptop, desktop, or whatever. So AI in cybersecurity, of course, is really strong with the Copilot for security stuff that Microsoft is doing, all the other
Well, it's strong on both sides because the hackers are using it just as much as the security people are using it. And so it's like, it's going to get to the stage where you're going to have AI agents from the black hat against white hat.
Yeah, but we can...
Huh?
Doing bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can drink beer because they're going to fight over us. That's even better. So reasoning AI, multi-step desktop solution, so it will help you think a little bit more, take 2 steps, think about the answer it's giving, really refining the answer and then giving it the final answer. So the democratization.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, complex word.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of tools accessible to the endpoint, and there's
a lot of free tools as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know, most of the main, if you think about OpenAI, it has a free version. Claude, I think, has a free version. Gemini, I only use the free version of Gemini, so.
Yeah, and they're good.
Yeah.
Just as long as you remember what to do with your day
Yeah, exactly.
for the cybersecurity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the human AI co-op, we nailed that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ding. AI agents, of course, everybody's talking about AI agents, so that's also a big win. And then the computer vision research, we envision that there will be more of AI assisted on camera video imaging being automatically checked by AI. That's happening a bit because of all the GDPR stuff. It's a bit of complex, but it's not, well, so we have 7 out of 9.
It's not bad.
I think you nailed the last one though, because Vigilance, one of the biggest sort of camera, Motorola Vigilance security one, they for the last year and a half have done their AI NVRs, which will track individuals.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
so
Right, I'll update that now.
it's not good, it's brilliant, but it's not good.
No, yeah, you're right.
And in China, they're going to use it.
Well,
profoundly.
I don't know if we want to get into that now. It's like,
No, it's
yeah.
true, but it's
But I think one of the ones from we've talked about is, like, we were talking about traffic management. Why is AI not managing traffic? Because, like, if you think about it, it's a complex system. So why don't we employ AI to manage these complex systems? Because that's what it's good at. It's got data, it's a system, but yet we still have, you know, traffic lights running on cycles and stuff like that. So yeah.
On PLCs from 30 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but what did we miss? Because we got some, but we missed some. We totally missed all the AI integrated browser
Well,
stuff.
if we had done this 3 months ago, we wouldn't have. So
Yeah.
and this, I think, it highlights everything that's going on with AI because it just changes so quickly. When we first started doing our podcast, we had a news section. After the first month, we abandoned it because the news is just too quick. So, but no one saw the AI browser thing coming because it just came out of nowhere with, I think it was Comet first, Atlas,
Microsoft and the Edge Copilot.
Edge Copilot, and Google has started to implement more and more AI features into Chrome itself because, and actually Atlas is based on a Chromium platform.
Yeah, and it uses Perplexity as an AI.
Yeah.
So of course the digital employee experience, so AI-driven analytics, monitoring, etc. What is the user measuring the decks and interpreting?
Well, it's more automating the decks as opposed to we've always done the measuring, and you know, it's part of my day job. Shadow AI, yes. Well, we had Shadow IT. We now definitely have Shadow AI, and you know, I think we said last year, is anyone if companies think their employees are not using AI, they're sorely mistaken because everyone's using it. So that opens a whole Pandora's box of security, from compliance to the works to copyright, all of that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very complex one. So the intelligent app delivery, where you can automate the building of an MSIX to deploying it to the engine fully automated. That's something that we missed, it wasn't there last year, but it's something that's coming up now. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the end user management and security, and unified endpoint management and security merging, because a lot more data is there, and AI is there to correlate that data, which makes it more relevant. And there's of course the sustainability and green EUC. This is of course.
I'm not sure about that. Sustainability and green when it comes to AI,
Yeah,
that kind of seems, that's.
A double-edged sword, and we can drink a lot of beer about this one. but in the
Yeah.
end, AI might help you do other things more efficiently.
Well, I suppose one thing I would say is, like, if we take, the Copilot Plus PCs, they are way more efficient than normal
Yeah.
PCs. So that is one way. But again, there's the flip side of that, isn't there? How much does it take to produce? And So
If you look at the power consumption, we did another presentation where we had asking a question to OpenAI cost, I think, 3 grams of CO2 or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
asking
yeah,
Google a question,
yeah.
half a gram or something.
Yeah.
So it's, in essence, it's not green, but it's how you read it.
Exactly.
But we missed that was
Mhm.
something in the market that
Mhm.
was going to come. So to summarize, what we see is that AI has brought more to the workplace. In the browser, in our desktop applications, it's more coming to the user in different ways. We're also more, for example, if you look at the Copilot, everybody can build an agent. If you have Copilot and 365, you can build your own agent. So it's also bringing AI to the workspace for the user and running it locally if needed.
Yeah.
So you can see the human in the loop stuff, where you can see that AI is more being used as a co-worker to handle some of the mundane questions and mundane tasks. And it's not a tool, but you need to train it, you need to help it be more proficient in his job.
Yeah, well, that was the one thing we've talked about before, is essentially if you are like looking at how you kind of get widespread user adoption of AI, you start with the most mundane task. We had a guest and he was talking about, he was working with a hospital and it was one of the forms they had to input and it was the most boring thing in the world, and they automated it with AI. I'm not going to say it was an AI agent because it wasn't, it was just an automation, and we'll talk about that later as well. But the main point was essentially that by utilizing AI to take away these mundane tasks, you your user adoption goes through the roof.
Yeah.
Because you get rid of the whole fear factor because you're taking away something that people really don't enjoy doing.
There's a saying, happy wife, happy life. Happy user, happy life is the same.
Exactly.
So govern shadow AI before it governs you. There's a lot of shadow AI in this world, so please give your users tools that you can control and comply with your organization standards, instead of saying, we're not using AI.
Yeah, but also when it comes to policies, and I've been doing some work for our company around this, is essentially the cart has already jumped the horse, to be fair, so you can't just now impose controls upon organizations. You have to kind of meet people where they are now and go, so it's guidelines rather than rules.
Yeah.
Because, everyone's already using it. It's either on their phone or it's, on their laptop or tablet. So you kind of just need guidelines around, don't share confidential data on a public AI, all that kind of thing. So.
Yeah. And perhaps a little bit of monitoring if they're applying.
Yes.
So it's about to improve the experience, not efficiency. So use AI not to make your user more efficient, but to improve the experience of their work. I was at a doctor's office where they have 60 doctor's offices through the country, and they said, well, if AI can save me half an hour a week per physician, they don't need to do more work. I just want them to relax, and that also might help. So that improves the
Exactly,
work
and
experience.
we talked about this is like, yes, AI can make you more efficient, but what happens with that time you get back? Who owns that?
Who owns that time?
If you're an employee, is your employer then expecting you to do 50% or whatever more work, or do you get to go and, I'll go to the gym or I'll go do something else?
And be a better employee.
Well, exactly, yeah. So, it depends.
Yeah, so the last one is align AI growth with security and sustainability, but at least with security. So if you're going to implement AI, make sure you tick all the security boxes, because otherwise the CISO is going to get mad.
Yes.
Learn from experience. So, a little bit about what do we see in the market as a few things that we saw this year happening. You need to have a garden slide, otherwise it's not. So, there's the garden slide, we have it now. Garden slide works with the principle of the peak of non-stupid. Everything is, this is awesome. Till,
Yeah, we're probably right here.
yeah, so till, okay, let's put it in a bin and light it on fire. And then we say, oh, well, in the end it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You can see that in the last year's hype cycle, generative AI was about here, and we thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. We then found out that it isn't.
Yeah.
And now AI agents are the big hype. And we're going to find out that they're not the solution, the best solution since sliced bread. So, but you see there are a lot of things that we are developing, and one of the big things that's coming is quantum AI. When we're going to use quantum on our machines will become incredibly much, 1,000 times faster than they are today. That means that a lot of security issues, for example, SSL encryption, can be hacked within
Seconds.
because it's 1,000 times
Milliseconds.
faster. Yeah, but also that AI can do a lot more in the same time, a lot more efficient. So once this gets into fruition, then we're going to see really cool stuff. But it's going to take a while. The first quantum desktops are available. You can buy them now off the shelf for merely 20,000 euros. But then you can have a quantum PC at your home. Don't know what to do with it because I looked at it and it's incredibly complex. It's all math. It's not ones and zeros. It's all math based, and I wasn't good at math. So, but there's a lot of stuff happening, and it's happening really fast. One of the other things that we see in the market, which I found was really cool, is there is a lot of videos being generated where AI has the fingers wrong or the eyes wrong. This is an actual case where a criminal added an extra finger and said it wasn't me, it was fake because I don't have 6 fingers. So I thought this was a really cool thing about being creative. And it worked because he didn't have 6 fingers. So the better the fakes become, the easier it is to claim the reality is fake. Perhaps you can explain this one?
Sure, yeah. So you can see this is from May 2025, and Anthropic brought out one of their new models, and they were testing it in an isolated environment, and they were very adamant that they wanted this to be. But essentially, the AI figured out how to blackmail the engineers so it would not be taken offline. So if that doesn't scare the living daylights out of you, it should, basically. But as I said, it was very much contained, and we've seen the same with OpenAI. It was restricted on resources. It found it was, I think it was running on a VM. It found a way to get onto another VM to kind of pull in resources. So these things are already about self-preservation, and will take measures. So
Cool but scary.
yeah. There you go.
It's Terminator 3.
I think that should just be AI in general. Cool but scary.
Another thing that we found this year is that people can fall in love with an LLM model.
Yes.
But this was OpenAI. When they released GPT-5, they said, well, we have the GPT 3.5 and 4.0 base models, we can move them. Just like Windows retiring Windows 7, we can retire the old models. But people were angry because they said, well,
I've lost a friend.
I've lost a friend because
Yeah.
GPT 3.5 was my friend and he could listen to me so well.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the scary bit. So we can fall in love or have affection to an LLM model, not a car, like most
Yeah.
guys have a favorite car or their first car, but they can fall in love with an LLM model, which is odd.
Yeah, no, I do reckon we'll probably in years to come have some religion that's founded and, worshipping in AI. It's coming. There's a lot of people who are very insecure, and it's just.
It's an unscripted prediction for 2026.
No.
I think you need to put it in.
I actually hope it doesn't come to fruition, to be honest, because I think it'd be horrendous. But I know it's going to happen because, you just look at the world; it's highly likely.
The next one scared the bejesus out of me. This is Albania. In Albania, they have a system where they do tender management for the public, for paving of the roads, etc. And it was corrupt, and they tried different ways to get the corruption out of the system, but they couldn't. So what they thought is, let's build a bot. Make an AI, the Minister of Transport, and he can do all the tender management to make sure that it is not biased by anything. Which is cool and scary. Because then there's an AI thinking about, okay, which contractor should be building the bridge over the Thames. Not someone who knows what he's doing, but someone with an AI and can see if everything is objectively the best one. And if it's using wood or steel, if that was part of the question that you asked, putting it in the market, you will get a wooden bridge because it's cheaper. But it's really fun and scary to see that Albania is putting
They actually already got rid of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, just for an update, they already got rid of it. It's a disaster. So,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Why was that?
same way consultancy firms are having to give customers back money when. So one of the things is like I think it was McKinsey or someone like that. Essentially had used AI in their process, and the customer said, "Well, you're using AI. I know you're being more efficient, so I want to pay less money."
Yeah. And if you can't explain it,
Yeah.
you become the problem.
Yeah.
Microsoft Recall.
Microsoft Recall. Who knows what Microsoft Recall is? Who likes Microsoft Recall? Okay, for those who don't know, Microsoft Recall it has been released twice.
Yeah.
First time they pulled it because it was completely insecure. It was keeping passwords in a clear text file. And
So what it does, it will take a picture of
Yeah.
the screen every 5 seconds and store that in a local database.
Yeah.
So if you say, I've been looking at elephants a few weeks back, can you find me the website where I was looking at elephants? It will find you the website where you were looking at elephants because it has saved that in its local memory.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the first version, everything it was saved on the desktop could be opened by all users.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
And there were no guardrails in place for...
There was no guardrails. There was no way to disable it. Now they have put GPOs in place. You can actually disable the service. All
Yeah.
that. So it's completely optional now.
I have a Copilot.
He has it, but his organisation has actually
Disabled it.
for him. So
So
yeah.
is it installed with default? Because I think we need to.
It's-
Not yet, not yet, but it's now an optional feature that you can install, but you
I think it's installed on all Copilot Plus
Yeah.
PCs. So if you buy a new Copilot Plus, it's there.
Yeah, or it will be installed because I had to do something in PowerShell.
Yeah.
It will come to all PowerShell Plus.
Yeah.
All the PCs that have an NPU, neural processing unit in them,
Yeah.
that they can locally do it, it will be on.
Yeah, because it's one of the only things that actually utilizes the NPU.
Yeah, yeah.
So the takeaway is go to a family shared PC now anymore.
Correct.
Find an own PC for your hobbies.
Yeah.
Depending on the hobby. And watch out for the hype bubble. There's a lot, of course, we talked about this we had a discussion about, there's a lot of AI hype, and everything is an agent, and everything is, in the end, most of the things are just automation with the sprinkle of AI and so on to make it look cool. And there's a lot of stuff, a lot of money. We have a session, a podcast episode about that, a lot of money that's been
Yeah.
thrown around.
Well,
like,
you've all seen it. NVIDIA's putting money into OpenAI. OpenAI is getting money from Oracle and blah, 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 and
Yeah,
so
they're just
on.
pumping money around.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
should
yeah.
be there is a bubble.
Well, yeah. I think SoftBank just pulled their entire investment out of NVIDIA yesterday and are pumping it into OpenAI. So it's all
A lot of stuff.
it's not money. It's just
Does OpenAI running in video cars?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, you
Something
know those.
about that.
Yeah, couple of million of them
perhaps,
probably. Yeah.
A few
So yeah, like it definitely seems we're in a hype cycle and there is a bubble and nobody knows what potentially is going to happen. Is it going to be like 2008 or is it going to be like, COVID? What?
Well,
I don't know about
sell your house and invest everything in AI stock. Free tip.
Yeah.
So, in my work as a consulting agency, in my work in IT consultancy, I see a lot of things happening as companies trying to implement IT. What is one of the biggest things that we see is there's no idea. We want to have AI, we want to have it now. We don't know what the roadmap is. We have no vision about that. We have no policy about that. We just want AI because it looks cool. And I had a group of CEOs that I talked to, and 8 out of 10 of them have AI implemented. Why don't we have that? So, but that's not a vision. That's just want to be the big boy in the room. A lot of things that we see is the problem of killer use cases, because if you want to implement AI, you need to have a use case which has a good ROI or a good get.
Well, I think we talked about that. The mundane, the boring, mundane stuff is what you target.
Yeah.
That's not the big shiny thing because it will probably fail. Whereas the mundane thing, as we said, it will raise user adoption straight away. So.
Yeah, and every company will have those tasks.
Oh God, yeah.
And a lot of them. Another thing is happening is all the security stuff. So I was at a bank recently, they say we don't use AI. Okay. No,
Oh, actually, here's a question. Does anyone in this room not use AI? Okay.
Our people.
Yeah.
That's good. No, but I was at a bank, they're saying, we don't use AI. Okay, how did you block using it? We blocked it on the firewall. That's the time. I said, okay, and mobile phones?
So yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, we don't monitor those. Okay, so they can use OpenAI on their phone. Yeah, but they're not allowed. Okay, but can you check? No. Security thing.
Yeah, it's like some of these things, like you see the security thing where, you know, you blur a web, you know, the browser where you blur something. It's like, yeah, or you know, you blur it if you take a screenshot or something. People just take out the phone. You know, there's always ways and means around these things.
If you want to get it, you get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a lot of pilots around, so there's a lot of stuff being built. There's a lot of agents being built. A lot of companies building AI stuff.
A lot of pilots are failing. Yeah.
So don't jump on everything that you see. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Just think about it. There's a lot of fear of the unknown. People, companies are afraid of what AI is going to do to their business model. And the discussion that I have, that what it might do to their business model if they don't evolve. But that's the way you look at it. But there's a lot of fear there. And another thing that we see is all about the data. If the data that you put into the LLM, so if you chat with an AI, that's cool, but you can add your own data to it. They call it RAG.
Yep.
And if the data that you add into it isn't consistent and the quality isn't good, or if it's on par, the results of the AI will always be shite.
Yeah, but the other thing about data, and I think this is really one of the big things, is like if your data is not in order, whether in terms of access, classification, all of that kind of stuff, it can lead to so many problems. There's been several cases of where if someone has implemented AI, think, oh, this is fantastic. Someone the first day prompts says, what's the CEO's salary, and gets the feedback straight away. So yeah, because they didn't have, so if you've got SharePoint, that kind of thing, make sure everything is secured properly, all compliant. You know, everyone wants AI, but the boring stuff, the security, the access controls are absolutely essential because you are giving this thing access to everything.
Yes. We're talking way too long.
Okay.
In case of time, so AI doesn't solve everything. We all know that AI is a tool in our toolbox. AI is not a solution for everything, just like virtualization, VDI, whatever. We're all tools in our toolbox. It's not the solution to our problem. And finding the ROI, so what makes a company happy is there's a return on investment when doing an AI project, but finding the ROI is sometimes a bit tricky. And that does not help in building your AI roadmap. Some real life use cases, I'm not going to go into that, but this is what we see.
We still have 20 minutes, you're good.
Oh, well, 20 minutes, oh, that's better than I thought.
Well, no, a little under.
Okay, so one of the cool things that we did for a municipality where they had to talk to people that needed charity or something, and they need to do a talk with them, and they need to create a document about that, and they need to verify that with the user, and we need to send it to be signed, and then that whole process. What we did is we let an AI we let the consultant record that, send that to an AI, which transcribed it, and put it in the document management system with all the bells and whistles in it. So he only needs to check the data. So that saves time. So those are the things that we see. We have an insurance policy checker that, for example, if your house is worth £500,000 and your insurance is $400,000, it will send you an email automatically based on public data saying, hey, your house is worth more than your insurance can cover. What do you want to do? Talk to someone, or should I make the insurance a little bit more expensive so if we can cover the price of the house if it burns down? A lot of the stuff I can talk about all day about them, but the main thing about this section is what really happened doesn't matter, it's how we agree to remember it. And we agree to remember it that we were 100% wrong. Right?
There we go.
So, next topic. We do this podcast for 2 years now.
Correct.
We have done a lot of sessions. First we did it once a month, now we do it bi-weekly because why not? What I did, I said to James, I want to help people here and save them a little bit of time on listening to 24 episodes. So I asked, I've been running a podcast with my friend James for about 2 years. Here you find all the transcripts from all podcast episodes. I tried to upload them all separately, but there's a 10-file upload limit.
Okay.
So I just added them into one file. Can you highlight 10 bullet points from all these transcripts that highlight the impact of AI? Attach the transcript episodes in one file. Can you name the one who gave the line to use for the bullet point? I asked Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Copilot, because I have a subscription to all three of those. Same question, let's see what happens. Then I asked ChatGPT, there's a summary of these 3 AI checks. Can you check if they're a little bit more consistent? And he said, well, 9 out of 10 themes appear in both Copilot and Complexity, and all 10 themes appear in at least one other model. So there's a high overlap. So okay, cool. So Copilot and Complexity produce nearly identical insights to mine, and all 3 LLMs agree remarkably on the same 10 dimensions. Okay, that's cool. So I asked him, here's 2 years of information, give me the top 10. So the top 10 tips from 2 years of talking about AI. Johan van Amersfoort said, clear boundaries and controls are essential for safe AI usage. True. Thanks, Johan. Maria Suhareva, who is a bit of an AI positive and skeptic, said AI often overpromises and underdelivers once integrated into workflows. So once you start using it in your workflows, there might be something that is not optimal. Thank you. Ronnie said 70% of AI projects fail because the data foundation is not there. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Foundational data that you want to use for your project, for your AI project, needs to be on par. Simon said AI's efficiency also makes it a prime target for attackers.
We did already say that.
Yep, and it's true. James said most successful adoption comes when AI hackers with tedious stuff.
I've said that 3 times at this stage. So.
and AI, you heard me. So, Emily Loemblatt, one of the, said the AI Act pushes AI literacy and responsible use. So the AI Act forces us to be more informed about AI in our company.
Obviously, that doesn't apply in this country.
Ah, well, it does.
What? Does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, we recently did an episode about search engine optimization in the Google world. In the old world, you need to have your website. When ChatGPT is the new Google, you need to look at how my website is going to be top find in ChatGPT and complexity, whatever. And he said, AI won't kill search engine optimization. It will redefine how people find things online.
Yeah.
Because AI will search online for the answer to your question. But by delivering the answer in the way AI likes to receive it, it will be better in the rankings.
Yeah, it means you basically need to look at your content and ensure it's actually machine readable, which means you essentially put a summary in bullet points at the start of anything. So it's going to look weird, to be honest, but if you wanted to get registered with the AI, you have to make these changes. So it's all about kind of establishing your authority on a topic, and then, as I said, putting this thing that the AI can easily skim at the start of the article.
Yeah, and then
Each describe in the latest podcast.
Yeah.
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 I'm not listening.
Yeah, I already had someone contact me yesterday and say this really helped with they were implementing SEO and it helped, so. And that's why we do it, so.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So Femke Cornelissen, some of you might know her, said, when AI saves us time, what do we do with that time?
Yeah.
It's the question we have. If you save 20 minutes a day, what you can do with 20 minutes? Who's going to pay them and what you can do with that time? Leon McQuaid said, my mom uses ChatGPT, then we know it's game changing. And that's true, everybody's using ChatGPT from young to old. So then you know it's going to have more.
Well, ChatGPT is essentially a verb now. It's like,
Yeah.
It's part of the English language, essentially, so it's become so mainstream. Like my parents even know it, so, and they barely know what I do on a day, they keep asking me.
And I was scared because I wasn't on this. And I thought, okay, I've been in a podcast for 2 years and I didn't say anything interesting, but he found something.
Oh, get the violins out, guys.
Yes, I'm also on the list. AI is getting more and more on the edge, democratizing technology for everyone. So AI is going to be more readily available, it's going to be more around for everyone to see and to use in whatever form you want. So these are the 10 AI wisdom things that we found. Then we're going to talk about our 2026 predictions, Jay.
Sure. So here are my predictions. We're starting with agentic AI. Yes, everyone's been talking about AI agents for the last year, but we're actually going to see proper agentic AI this year in 2026. Also, and I'll go in more detail, but domain-specific and sovereign AI, I think, if you look at things and how things are geopolitically, everything can't be in the US. We need it either if it is the UK or the EU, so you're going to see a lot more kind of models based in kind of in Europe or different regions. Physical AI, we talked about it briefly. I think you're really going to see it. So just next slide. So I wanted to explain what agentic AI is, because we've talked about it here. A lot of it is automation, and that's about it. But true agentic AI is an AI system that pursues a goal autonomously. So that means it doesn't need anything. It plans, it uses tools and data, it observes outcomes, and it iterates its plan until the objective is met. So think about that till its objective is met. If you don't put guardrails in place, you will, one, use so many credits, because this thing will just keep going for infinity. So
That's the issue, yeah.
exactly, so this is the kind of thing, I think we'll talk about it later. But essentially, this is what we're going to see a lot more of. And then if you go on to the next slide, to back it up, Microsoft teases agents that become independent users within the workforce. We all know Ignite is next week. Microsoft are going to announce fully agentic AI agents. Yeah, I go. If the register is running it, I think it's going to happen. Salesforce just turned, they have launched their Agentforce IT service, which is a fully automated kind of autonomous IT service desk offering. And next one. So, yeah, so I think we talked about this already. Smaller tuned models per function. So you might find that like certain industries have different LLMs that are specific to what they're doing, and then kind of regional deployment based on compliance.
Yeah, some other trends looking at, we're going to see a big trend in AI-capable endpoints.
Yeah.
Mobile PCs and other AI PCs. Multimodal agent workspaces, so where we can have different things plugged into one. More AI-driven decks, and of course more governance. And of course the browser as a workspace. The browser is the only workspace, and now it will it's the only workspace of the future. We saw that in the presentation this morning, and it will be AI integrated, become even more. So what are things that are going down? So device upgrade without workflow change, so hardware only refresh will become less, because we need to think about what we're going to do. So if this is going to go bigger, so the AI capable endpoints, just the device upgrades will go less. And EUC tools without context will do.
We're 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. Human AI co-op will stay there, and there's of course some more agent workflows that we're going to build together.
Okay, so talked about physical AI. This is Figure. This is a physical AI. It uses its own AI system called Helix. So you can see, who would actually want an AI in their house? Who would want a third-party company with 24/7 eyes within their house? Yeah, so this is the thing they don't tell you about this. When you have this, at the moment, the way it works is they have complete control of the company and have complete observability 24/7, 365 days a year. So
Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears as a monitoring device within your house. So I think it's, yeah, right, go on.
Yeah.
So how does AI affect you? We've only got a couple of minutes left. Let's vibe coding, obviously, really quick prototyping, get to mock-ups. Well,
Vibe coding.
Shut up. Yes. There you can see this is now positioned on LinkedIn because vibe coding is getting out of control. They said AI coding or AI or vibe coding was going to put developers out of a job. No, it gives developers a new job.
Yeah,
Right, next one.
Value for money. So the other thing is, of course, the AI agents, where we can see that the agent's going to be more domain specific, that we're going to need to build in more things that we can add in information into the system to make it more responsible for your organization. There's going to be a lot of discussion about strategy. Who is responsible when the AI up?
I think you can just say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is the thing. Like, there will be new roles because of AI. But what I think as kind of domain-specific experts, like the design of these and how they're implemented in organizations will be very much utilizing everyone's knowledge. So it's not going to, because if you think about an AI agent, essentially, say, take a very simple example, it's managing a server. Server is a multi-user server, it has like 20 people on it. What's the AI going to do without guardrails in place? It's going to kick them off the server because that's the most efficient way to run it. So you have to build the knowledge and guardrails around these things.
So we have an AI assisted call center. We can talk about it later.
The AI assisted call center is quite an interesting one because essentially what it is, a lot of call centers are located in India and places like this. And there's now software available that can change the voice of the people, so they sound like they're from the UK, the US.
Georgia.
They tried it with Ronnie, that he broke the software. So, exactly, twice.
And the last thing, AI agent, for instance, anyone can build an AI agent when they have a Copilot license or whatever.
Yeah.
But if they break, they can call us. So what we're going to be busy with, fixing workflows or fixing AI automation, we haven't built. If you're not correctly yelled. Yeah, so the other thing is AI browsers. We talked about comments and about Atlas.
Yeah.
You can just say, create a trip for Amsterdam to Paris with 4 charging stops. It will take over the browser and fix that for you. So it will control the browser, and that's something very scary in company.
That's why we mentioned the browser hijacking, the prompt injection. These are two things that, it's great that we have these AI browsers, but
they're scary.
They're scary,
It will give you next level text because you can just say what you want and AI will fix it for you.
Yeah.
Yes? Even more spare time. So, and of course, the AI PCs where you can have a CPU, GPU, and now an NPU. So you have Control Alt Escape will even give you more dials and things to look at. AI run locally and Microsoft Recall. We have to have a company policy in place. We have a company where I'm at, they have a bring your own device policy, and they are scared about how recall is going to affect that because they can't control the recall of a bring your own device, but it can take screenshots of the web-only experience that the user had in Office 365.
Yeah, and that's what your company, as we said, has it disabled because they don't want that.
They monitor the endpoint.
Yeah, exactly.
So, last thing, how is AI going to affect you? Well, AI is going to take our job, but perhaps we can be the prompt engineer for the AI that does our job. That's cool. So I have a dream job and AI doing it. But we can tell what it's going to do. And with that, thank you very much. If you want to have feedback, please. If you have more AI you want to know, there's the link to our podcast. And
we're open for questions. We've got a couple of minutes left. If anyone has a question.
When you think about decision intelligence, do you think that's going to be a big thing?
What?
Decision intelligence?
Decision intelligence. Well, it's going to be a scary thing. Because in the end, if the AI is going to make a decision, you have to have the guardrails 100% complete and 100% accurate, because otherwise it will make the wrong decision. And that's the thing, we don't see that happening for a few years because we still need to be knowledgeable. Perhaps in 10 years AI can make a lot of more decisions, but for now it's just not, it's not good enough. It's not.
How would you deal with things like when Rock went a bit mad and the cave mega hit one?
Turn it off. Yeah, and that's one of the things. You can't always trust what it does because you can make it do things it doesn't want to do in the end. And that's one of the scary things. And if you run, for example, if you take one of the models, you can go to Hugging Face, you can download a model, run it on your own laptop, and you can turn everything off. And it will tell you how to make a bomb using fertilizer. That's really scary, but it's just, the model already knows it. Because of guardrails we can't do it. But if the guardrails are turned down, the creativity is turned up.
Yeah.
It makes it really scary. I think we're done.
New session starting.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.